You guys ready?
What's the plan, Bobby?
We're winging it, Jerry.
You always wing it.
You're gonna get killed. What you mean, we, white boy? You ready? Here we go.
What's good, everybody? Welcome into the OG NBA betting show. It's myself and Babano for now, but Wham Bam will be joining us, and we have a good amount of games to talk about. I didn't play yesterday, but NBA lately, it's been I've been having some winners. Babano, good to be here with you. How's everything been for you?
Yeah, they have been good. The NBA season's been good. I was just talking to you before the show. It's just the handicapping process to get to the winners has been what's pissed me off and annoyed me, because every day we're dealing with this crap every day with who's in the lineup, who isn't, and last minute you got different lineups than maybe you expected earlier in the day. And look, the only comfort I get out of this is that everyone has to fucking deal with it. It's not just us. It's everyone that handicaps the NBA and bets it every day has to deal with it. But when you wake up and you put in time every day to handicap the NBA and you got to deal with it, man, it wears on you. And that's why I was saying I can't wait for these 3 final weeks of the regular season to be over and the playoffs to get here, because from a process standpoint, you're not going to worry about lineups. Teams are going to care. Players are going to care. Players are going to play through injury. No question about that, because it's playoff time now. This is where the rubber meets the road. So that part of it I'm looking forward to in a few weeks, no doubt.
All right, let's get to it, Babano. First up, we'll go Raptors and Wizards. And I'll be honest, out of all the games, this might be the worst one. So I'll go ahead and give it the first backwooder of the day.
Is bad for your health.
So I'll make a case for the Raptors. I'll make a case for the Raptors here. Look, the concern is they're starting to adopt, we're going to tank, because it's been rough for them the last few games. And again, no Grady Dick, no RJ Barrett, Boucher. They're sitting these guys out. Quickly still playing, but it's still, they're showing signs of going through the motions and just tank to get a better draft pick. That being said, Darko Rajakovic, after the blowout loss at home to San Antonio yesterday, he kind of got after them and said it's not acceptable enough. You got to be a professional and come ready to play on the basketball court every day. And he kind of ripped his team after that performance. So I think tonight in this, and he did say, I have no doubt we're going to respond in the right way tonight. And the other element is it's Washington is a favorite. Okay. Do you really need many more reasons to maybe take a shot with Toronto than that Washington is actually laying points, in this game at 15 and 55. So I'm going to, again, Raptors are dicey to trust now because of the way they've played, and they're kind of tanking too. But yeah, I'll bet them small here. Raptors +2.
Guys in the chat think they're tanking as well with what they saw in the fourth quarter.
I get it. Yep, I get it. Coach gets after them, though, like he did after the game last night. I think for one night they show up, and like it's the Wizards as a favorite. It's enough for me to get involved.
Yeah, I'll let you have at it, Babano. Next up, we'll go.
It's not best bet, though, as you know.
Lakers and Magic opened up Lakers -4.5. Looks like 4. Total open 214.5. Looks like 215. Injury report: LeBron is, I believe this is probable. I just want to make sure here. LeBron is probable. Rui is truly questionable, and then Maxey is out. We know that. For Orlando, Cole Anthony's game time. Queen also game time. This is the first of a back-to-back for the Magic. They play in Charlotte tomorrow. They are the more rested, well-rested team. They last played on the 21st. So what is that? 2 days rest for them. The Lakers playing their, I believe, 4th game in 6 nights. They're coming off of an embarrassing loss versus the Bulls. I think they lost by 30 points, 31 points, I think, to be exact. So, Babano, I was thinking in this game, after an ass whooping like that, the Lakers took, they would come back and, play with a lot more effort. And effort to me usually means defense. And this team has shown me at times throughout this, since the trade, that they're capable of playing defense. For the Magic, they like to play slow. That's their identity, defense. If anything, we don't trust the offense. So I think it's an under game. Can you talk me off?
It feels like an under spot, and I'll be the first to thank the Lakers for that piss poor, non-existent defensive showing Saturday night against Chicago, because I took Chicago with the points. I took the over in that game. It couldn't have been any easier, either one of those two bets. So I thank them for that. I think there has to be some pride that takes over, though. I mean, JJ Redick, the whole team certainly can't be thrilled that. And I remember hearing on the broadcast there, our old friend Stu Lance there, the longtime Laker analyst there on the Laker broadcast with Bill McDonald there talking about it, calling the game, saying there's no defense at all right now for this Lakers team. They're shocked and horrified how bad, the defense was against Chicago on Saturday night. So I would expect the Lakers certainly to have a better defensive effort here in this game. I actually think the Lakers are worth a bet here at -4. I think they will play well. Orlando's still having a bunch of issues at the offensive end of the basketball court too. Let's not forget that. So that probably plays into the Lakers probably playing a little bit better defensively tonight as well. You're starting a bit of a road trip here after that horrible final home game against Chicago at the end of the homestand. And first game of a road trip, I think, gets everyone's attention. So, yeah, I think the Lakers -4 are actually worth a look here.
Some guys in the chat think the other side is the way to go. We'll see. We'll see tonight. Next, we have Minnesota and Indiana. Opened as a pick'em. I see Pacers as a 2-point or 1.5 point favorite. Total down from 233. Looks like mostly 228 across the board. Anthony Edwards making the injury report here tonight. He's questionable. And then for the Pacers, Mathurin is questionable. No Anthony Edwards. I can't even think about looking at the Timberwolves. That's just, damn near the only reason I want to think about betting them. Pacers to me haven't been playing that well, but my bad. Let me just get back here real quick. For the Pacers, it is their 4th game in 6 nights. The Timberwolves are the more rested team. They last played on the 21st versus the Pelicans, and they blew them out by 41. So off of a big win. I mean, before that, they lost 2 games, but they were just on, I think, a 7 or some kind of win streak before that. So it's a team that has been playing well with rest advantage, but I think they need their star tonight. I guess situationally it's Timberwolves, but I don't know that I can put my money on it. Babano.
Kind of where I'm at. I mean, it is situationally Timberwolves. Rest advantage, revenge, rapid revenge. They lost at home in overtime to Indiana just recently, so they're looking to avenge that game here tonight. But no Anthony Edwards, no Minnesota for me. In fact, I'd probably bet Indiana in this game if he's out. If he is in, I'd probably stay off. But I am still leaning Pacers, but I won't bet it if Anthony Edwards is in because I do think the edge swings to Minnesota. And Indiana's been winning. They haven't been exactly winning in comfortable fashion or winning in impressive fashion. So I do think situationals are strong for Minnesota if Anthony Edwards plays, but that's what it would be have to happen for me to be interested in taking the Timberwolves as well. And unfortunately, we don't know that yet, and we probably won't know it till right before tip-off.
Man, I didn't even change the banner on that one. I'm flipping.
There you go,
you guys.
He did have a tote before the show, so that explains it. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, the folks know already. They know how I do, especially if you've met me before. And shout out to my guy Dia in the chat. He says, if I can get my like in from a flight back home, y'all better get those likes up. And yeah, it was good kicking it with you, Dia. My man hit what did he hit? He hit is it a jackpot on the video poker? So nice come up from my guy. He also won some sports bets, and it was good kicking it with you. So get home safely. Appreciate you. Next game up, Mavs and Nets. Mavs and Nets. Opened up Mavs -1. We now see them -2 pretty much everywhere. Total open 215.5. And it looks like 218 or 218.5 as far as injuries. D'Angelo Russell out for the Nets. And I mean, we all know there's no Cam Thomas coming back for the rest of the season. Then you look on the other side, you have Anthony Davis and Williams, both game time decision. They'll continue to be without Exum, Gafford, Lively, and Martin. For me, Babano, I disagree. I disagree with the way that this total has gone. Up 3 points. I mean, I think a couple of things. One, from the Nets perspective, they struggle to score. They especially struggle to score when they're missing Cam Thomas and D'Angelo Russell. Like I just don't trust anybody offensively there. I mean, Cam Johnson, I guess, but I just that's a lot of points missing. I mean, look at this Brooklyn Nets team the last couple games: 103, 99, 96. I don't want to. I think I would trust their defense more than their offense. That's what I'll just say there. And then on the other side, I know the Mavericks have been in a lot higher scoring games. They are playing with more pace lately. Pace has absolutely picked up, and I guess that's the thing that you would have to worry about in this one. But I do think they're due for some shooting regression. They've been, they've been shooting too well for the past couple games, and I think we'll see that regress today. So I would like to buck the line movement. I'm going under 218.5.
I don't think that's a bad idea. I mean, I'm a little surprised with the total going up with all the scoring out for Brooklyn. Brooklyn's playing hard, and they're playing hard on the defensive end, quite honestly, right now. Meanwhile, it looks like I'd be shocked if Anthony Davis plays. I think there's a bunch of nonsense that they're talking about. He might return tonight. He's been upgraded to questionable. We'll have to see if he indeed is back, but I'm not totally buying it that he is going to be back in the on the floor here for this Dallas team, especially with them, 34 and 37, fading away in the Western Conference. So I'll have to see it before I believe it that he plays. You disagree with the move with the total. I disagree with the move with the side. I like Brooklyn here, +2. Brooklyn's playing hard. Brooklyn's been competitive with a lot of good teams. A lot of teams expected to be in the playoffs as of late. You see the way they've played in a lot against the Celtics, the Cavaliers. There's been a lot of games where this Brooklyn team has stepped to the plate and been competitive. And a lot of these games they've been without Cam Thomas, because they played, the effort's been there and their defense has picked up. But they've covered 5 in a row, 2-point loss to Boston, 5-point loss at Cleveland. They had the 6-point loss at Indiana, where they had a huge lead most of that game and ended up losing it late. They lose by 5 in the second of the 2 games back-to-back against Indiana. So they've been very, very competitive here, Brooklyn, and that's enough for me at +2. I'll take a shot with Brooklyn.
All right, Wham Bam in the building.
What it do?
Wham Bam?
What it do? Shout out to Rez Mom. Where I'm at, man. I'm here, bro. I'm here, my boy. What's happening with y'all? What's up with RP? What's up with Chappie Funk? My people, Brian. What's up with y'all, man? I'm feeling good. First off, Toronto. Let's start off with that one. I kind of would agree with Babano there. I'm going to take the Raptors first quarter, though. They've been really good on the road in the first quarter. 10 consecutive straight covers on the road in the first quarter. Taking the Raptors first quarter. That's where I'm going to start it off with. I do agree with the full game. I think they wire to wire that. Even with all the guys out, RJ Barrett, like you said, everybody resting. I think they still got enough good development guys over there. Shout out to Dia, Lucky Power. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know I love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. The Lakers. Lakers first quarter too. Come on, man. That's one of those things. We seen LJ. He tweeted out almost every day. If you follow LJ, he tweeted out every day. They've been pretty good as well on the road in the first quarter, covering 8 out of the last 10, and it's about 7 out of the last 10, just regardless. So I think that correlates with a lot of the things that y'all was saying, them being mad, having that chip on their shoulder. We seen Luka pretty much take over a first quarter himself recently, having about 20-plus points or some shit like that. So I expect the Lakers to play a little bit better, especially with LeBron trying to get back acclimated. One thing that they have a problem with right now is being cohesive. They shots not falling. It's definitely not going to help their defense. So I think they shot falls today. I think Skee gets that under too, because I think the Magic are going to lose. The line is moving in that direction too. I did take a small bet at 3.5. I wish I would have doubled up on that one. So I'm not going to be able to get that out at 4.5. That's kind of I think I'm already missing that. But yeah, first quarter with the Lakers -1.5, and then Toronto first quarter +0.5, so they could tie and win on that one. And then I'm not touching no Timberwolves without Ant Edwards. I'm right there with y'all. That's a backwood for me. And then that was it, right? Oh, yeah, they're talking about this Dallas game, right? This Dallas Nets game. So what's up with AD? I think AD's trying to force himself back, right? He's questionable today. Y'all think he got a chance to play? I think if he has a chance to play, they're gonna blow these boys out. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna blow them out. Happy as hell, AD back. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. I feel if AD come back, shit, I'll wait. I think they can blow them out. So shit, if it gets to 6 or whatever the case, I think I'll still take the Mavericks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to sit up here and wait. I don't have no problem taking those 6 with the Mavericks if they got AD.
All right, good stuff. We move on. 76ers and Pelicans. This one open -5. Looks like 4-point favorites for New Orleans and a total drop from 230 to 226. For Pelicans, no Zion, no CJ Brown, Boston. For the Sixers, Walker, Oubre, Maxey, Lowry, Grimes, Drummond, all out. Adam Bona, game time decision. A lot of questionables here. One thing I think is I don't want to really be laying points with the Pelicans. So just off that, I'll lean with the Sixers, but I didn't pay this game too much attention. Urbano?
No. This just, to me, who the hell's betting this thing under, by the way? I like the over here. This is crazy that's moved this much from 230 down to 226. Neither of these teams are playing a lick of defense. There are a lot of key guys out. Maybe people see that and they bet the under. Oh, there's no McCollum and Zion on the Pelicans. Oh, there's no Lowry, Maxey, Oubre, and of course Paul George and Embiid shut down for the Sixers. I get all that, but neither of these teams are playing any effort defensively right now. None at all. And it's worked out that way, as far as their totals are concerned. Philly's gone over in 5 straight games. New Orleans has gone over in 3 straight games. Both of these teams are giving up into the 120s, 130s, 140s on a regular basis. 5-1 with the over in the last 6 meetings between the Sixers and Pelicans. They put up 238 in the last time they played each other back in January. I don't get who's pounding the under in this game. I think they're going to end up pounding their head against the wall when this game's over, seeing they made a bad bet. That's the way I see it. I like this game over the total, and now we're getting a great number now, 225.5 in some spots. Even with everybody out, you trust these players that are on the court tonight to play defense all of a sudden when they haven't shown you any evidence of doing it the last several games? Not me. I like over here, 225.5.
Wow, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be Justin. What's the kid name? I forgot his name. Justin. I forgot his name there, but Justin Edwards. Justin Edwards and the Yabusele show for the Philadelphia.
Ricky Council too. Don't forget.
Yeah. Forget about bro. Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with this kid. I would think my boy Yabu plays well though. I do. I would want to jump on his PRA. But I mean, I want probably points and rebounds, but that's 1-800 gambler attitude, I think. So I'm stay away from that, bro. This game's kind of nasty.
All right, let's keep going. We got 3 games, not the most amount of time. Bulls and Nuggets. I'll just pass on this game.
Over. I think you got top 6, 7, 8 teams in pace in the NBA. Chicago is still putting up points. Obviously, the Lakers found that out the hard way the other night. But I think this is an over game. I mean, from a side perspective, here's the thing. I've been taking Chicago a lot lately. I mean, there's one of these teams that's out of it, but they're competing. They're 8-1 against the spread the last 9 games. They've won 2 in a row on this road trip against the Kings and the Lakers. You got Denver coming in here once with the win against Houston last night. It's actually a rest advantage for Chicago. So I'm sprinkling on the Bulls as well, actually here, plus 3.5. But I like the over more. It's my favorite. Well, favorite bet in this game would be the total.
Wow.
Yeah, man. That's only right. What he said right there. I mean, both of these teams for the year, they're bottom 5 at points in the first quarter. In the first half, both giving up 60 points in the half. As total is at, I think, the 117, and they've just been increasing it recently there too. So I don't think it's no other way but towards the over there. But I don't really want to. I'm kind of like you though, Skee. I think this game could be nasty as hell. It could get out of hand, I think. And I don't want nothing to do with it. That's the only reason why I couldn't jump all the way in on over. But that's the way I was thinking too, though. But I was thinking over on this one. Most likely just first half. Both of these teams have been real consistent of giving up at least 60. So 120 is going to get you over this first half total. So that's why I was thinking.
Bucks and Suns. Opened up Suns -1, now 3, total down from 230 to 223.5. I agree with both moves. I mean, the Suns have been playing better defense lately. The Suns have been playing like they're trying to keep that last playing spot, if not move up further. On the Bucks, without Lillard, I think what are they, 8-4 to the under? The Suns, I think at home with the rest advantage, 6-0 to the under. So I like the under, and I think the Suns are going to get the job done at home.
Yeah, I don't disagree with the under. I am on Phoenix money line. I agree with it. Just taking the money line. We're not messing around with them as -2.5. Just win the game. -145, -140 still available in some spots with Phoenix on the money line. Yeah, they're finally playing up to their talent, and playing like they give a shit, and that's all I was asking for from this Phoenix team. It took a while. They're finally starting to play that way. I know Beal's still out, but to be honest, they've looked better at most of the season when Beal's not been on the floor from a chemistry standpoint. So I like that. I like Phoenix here. They've won. That was a nice one. Cleveland's starting to show some cracks in the armor right now, but nevertheless, that was still a very good win. Double digits against Cleveland, still very impressive. They've covered 8 of their last 10 games. This Phoenix team, you're right. There's incentive to play hard down the stretch to maintain their spot or move up in the Western Conference playoff standings. So. Yeah, I think they can get the job done here against Milwaukee in this game without Dame in the line on the floor. So I like Phoenix here as well.
Yeah, I kind of would agree with you guys on Phoenix. It just doesn't make sense for some of these teams that's in these higher seedings. They kind of don't give a damn about winning some of these games down the stretch. And like you said, it's a little bit more motivation there with the Suns. So I agree with that. Nothing that I'm going to be betting in on. So I'll just agree with you guys.
All right, last game up. We will go Celtics and Kings. Celtics -4.5 right now, pretty much everywhere. Total looks like 223.5 for 224. And for Boston, Hauser and Brown are game time. Horford and Tillman are out. For Sacramento, Sabonis, Monk, McDermott, and Carter all game time tonight. Man, the Kings having Monk and Sabonis questionable, red flag. Them being up by double digits and losing that last game, red flag. Just the Kings roster in general, red flag. I don't like anything about the Kings, man. It's Celtics. I have to look towards them. I think they can cover. I think they can name their number. Celtics or Celtics team total are kind of how I'm feeling about it.
Celtics are past for me. I mean, there's a class difference between these two teams. The only concern is it's back-to-back, and I don't know. Maybe I got to get over this stigma or phobia of betting on Boston when you feel they may face plant or no-show or just lay an egg because they could, on a back-to-back after beating Portland yesterday. But if they don't, if they're even the least bit motivated and show up and have, most of their players available, this is a dirt cheap line on the much better team. It's that simple. So I'm very, very much tempted still to take Boston. It's Celtics or pass for me. I will probably play the Celtics small here in spite of those fears.
One thing I'll say, Babano, is I looked at them on the because I agree with you. I want to play the Celtics, but I looked at them on the second of road back-to-back.
It's been rough. Yep.
1-4 ATS.
Yep.
Ugly.
Yep. That being said, great point by Mark A in our chat. 100% true as well. Sacramento did go to TD Garden back in January. 11.5-point road dog. They beat Boston 114-97. Destroyed them in that game. So revenge for Boston. Maybe they are into this game tonight.
That's a good point too. You're right.
Yep.
Man, what you think about it?
Yeah, I don't think this is a trap game at all. I think it's levels to this shit. That's exactly what Dutch was saying earlier this morning. I think it's all the way levels to this shit with the Celtics. Celtics are going to come out here and whoop their ass like they normally do. This is a short number here. Get it in while it can. Again, it's a Pookie Piper on the other side of here. Right? It's not a team that I really think that's capable of beating this or at least catching them off guard. Again, this is the NBA. This shit is a hell of a drug. So this can be some bullshit. You know what I mean? It can be some bullshit, but
I feel like you're on drugs handicapping the card.
Man, when you were saying that earlier, bro, I'm like, yeah, it is annoying. I can't wait till this shit be over in a couple weeks. But my actual bet in this game is Caillou, man. We're going to go with the ball head man himself. over 3.5 threes. It's moved tremendous because a lot of those guys are looking like they're about to play in this game. Again, I don't have no problem with them playing or not. It's still over Caillou, 3.5 3-point makes. I got a terrible line. You could get right now, minus 105. When I gave it out earlier, it was minus 130, minus 125. So it has definitely moved a lot more because I think those guys are going to be back in the lineup. But again, Caillou does this all the time with those guys in and out the lineup or not. And if you're scared, go to church, take his points. He's been going over 16.5 points pretty much consistently all month. So he's averaging more than that this month as well. So I like Caillou points and threes is what I officially made on this.
Yeah, Cleveland is leaking oil, as we know, the last week or so. Boston is now 5 back of them for first in the East. The problem is, they're actually still alive. There's a chance. The problem is they're running out of racetrack. There's only 10 or 11 games left in the regular season. I just don't know if they have enough games left for Boston to try to catch Cleveland. But mathematically, they still have a chance to do that. But again, I think they're going to run out of games, unfortunately.
All right. That is the card. Best bet time. If I can find banners. Here we go, man. Best bet. Wham Bam, you first up today. Let the people know what the best way to get paid.
Best way to get paid is my brother Caillou, man. Bald head man himself, Derek White. If you didn't know, you're going to know who Caillou is. But if you didn't, Derek White, over 3.5 3-point makes, get to the money, man.
Good stuff. And I'm going to make this play right now just because I like it. We just talked about it. I'm going to go Boston team total over. Best number I see is 113.5. This Kings defense stinks. They're giving this number up in 7 straight games. I think Boston can light them up again tonight. I would love to see Hauser in, but even if Hauser and Brown are out, they have more than enough. Kings are giving it up to everybody. Boston team total over 113.5. My best bet for the show. And last but not least, Babano. Let them know how to get to the window and take us home.
3 best bets for me on the show today because we missed some shows last week. We didn't have shows Thursday, Friday last week because of the tournament. Thursday we don't have shows, but Friday we missed because of the tournament. Either way, these are 3 games that I couldn't decide between them for best bet for the show today. So I'm going to give you all 3 as best bets. 2 totals, 1 side. 2 totals. This Philly-New Orleans game's going in the wrong direction, in my opinion. Neither team's playing any defense. Sixers, Pelicans over 225.5. First best bet. Second best bet, the other over I like, Chicago, Denver, over 238. I think that game goes up and over the total as well. Both teams good offensive form right now. So Bulls, Nuggets over 238. Second best bet. And then the third best bet, the side, Phoenix Suns, money line, minus 140 against Milwaukee. They're starting to play better, playing to move up and maybe even get out of the play-in if they can. Phoenix Suns, money line, minus 140 against Milwaukee. We'll use that. So there you go. A rare 3-spot trifecta of best bets here for this edition of the NBA OG Crew betting show on this Monday. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Appreciate all of you joining us. Hit the like button on the way out. And why are you guys all here every day with us on the show? Because the NBA is a hell of a drug. And you're looking at the plugs. Yeah, man. Be sure to like, subscribe, share the motherfucking video. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed, and let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah, man.
You guys ready?
It's the plan, Bobby.
We're winging it, Jerry.
You always winged it.
We're gonna get killed. What you mean, we, white boy? You ready? Here we go.